YouTube channel if you're new. My name is Julianna. I don't know if you've ever seen me before, but if you have, then make sure to subscribe. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this. So if you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, then you obviously know a little bit about me, a little bit more about me, just because I'm way more active on those platforms than I am on YouTube. So it's just easier because YouTube takes a lot of my energy and a lot of my time, and I'm gonna be getting ready while I do this too, but YouTube takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of grit, and a lot of editing, and some days I really don't feel like doing that. So I'm just gonna be honest about that. But today we're gonna have a little bit of a chit chat about my mental health, because I've never really talked about this on my channel before. I thought it'd be nice to just kind of bring you guys in on what I go through, what I've been going through, just so you guys kind of know a little bit more about me, because I've never truly talked about my mental health on this channel before. And I think it's time. I've been on YouTube since 2018, and I think it's time to really share with you guys what I am, who I am, and where I've come from. I mean, I'm not really going to go into my past that much, but I am going to tell you guys a little bit about my mental health and what I've struggled with all my life. So if you guys did not know, I am bipolar, and I do have ADHD. So that is just a terrible combination with one person together. Some days I have a lot going on, and it's really hard sometimes, you know? I struggle with a lot of depression and anxiety. And some days I feel like I just can't do it. You know, I've dealt with it all my life, and I feel like I still don't know how to manage it and cope with it. I know a lot of people go through the same thing that I do, but some days I feel like I'm alone in this. Like, some days I feel like I just am going through this emotion alone. Like, I know I have a huge support system, but some days I just feel like I don't have anybody. So sometimes I feel like I'm just like on my own in this, and I'll cry my eyes out. And some people don't understand why I cry, because, like, let me give you guys an example. The other night, it was like last Wednesday, and it's Sunday now, so it was this past Wednesday. My grandparents were on vacation, and I was just laying in bed, and I was just bawling my eyes out for no apparent reason. Don't know why. My fiance, say hi, he was like, why are you crying? Like, is everything okay? Like, he didn't know why I was crying. And I told him, I was like, you know, I really don't know why I'm crying. I just am. And that's honestly the honest truth about anxiety, is you just cry. You just get emotional for no apparent reason. Like, you deep down, depression is just like a disorder that's just so broad that you never know what you're crying about. And I could be sad and emotional over a multitude of things because of, like, past trauma from my childhood, from, like, a lot of childhood, like, drama, like parents not being parents. Like, I'm not going to go into that because my parents are great now, but before it wasn't so great, you know? So I dealt with a lot of trauma back then, but nowadays it's just like I'm still coping with that, and I'm still learning to kind of adjust. And I'm literally 20 years old, and I'm still getting over things that happened over 15 years ago. And I am in therapy, I take medications, I take antidepressants every single day. And if you guys did not know, I've taken antidepressants my entire life, ever since I could actually take medications. And I've been in a hospital, and I have been treated with this disorder. So I really do go through a lot of things and people don't know that I go through this, because I really don't show any signs in public. I don't show any signs when I go to work. I don't show any signs when I'm with my friends. If I feel like I'm gonna be anxious, or I feel like I'm gonna have an anxiety attack, I just get up and leave. That's really how I am. If I don't want to be around people, and I don't feel like I'm capable of managing my composure in public, then I'm gonna leave, because I don't want to have a mental breakdown and people think I'm insane. I just don't want that. So I normally just leave. I'm a really big homebody. I stay home a lot. I don't really get out a lot, because people, sometimes they can just be annoying, in my opinion. And I'm a really big homebody. I prefer to stay in, watch Netflix, eat snacks, instead of going out and partying all night. Like, I really just don't like doing that. So I feel like whenever you are when you have anxiety, it's easier to stay in your comfort zone. And sometimes I've had to push myself past my comfort zone just so that I can experience new opportunities in life and new things. You guys did not know I dropped my sorority because of anxiety. And it wasn't necessarily the girls that were like making me anxious, but yet it was. Like, sorority life is not what it's cut out to be. If you guys want a whole another video about that, I can make that, because it's a hoax in my opinion. I don't think it's like legit. I think the whole thing is just rigged. Sororities are not the way to go. I'm sure some schools have great sororities and they're thriving, but my school and my sorority that I was in, it was just terrible. There was such bad reputation behind it. The reputation definitely preceded it. Okay, whatever everybody else was saying about the sorority that I was in was definitely 100% true. When I was in there, over 5 people left the sorority before I did. And they almost got shut down because they didn't have enough people to actually have a fully functioning sorority. So, and I go to a really small university, so there's not very many people that like would join a sorority, because like, yeah, the dues are less, but like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's a small school, so not many people are interested in that kind of stuff. And it's not a big southern school. But anyway, so yeah, back to anxiety. So yeah, I've struggled with anxiety all of my life. I'm on antidepressants. I've been hospitalized almost 4 times, and it's a big struggle. I feel like I go through the cycle of anxiety, depression, and then mania. Mania is when you're happy. It's when you want to spend a ton of money. It's when you want to do all these fun things and experience life, and you feel like you're on top of the world. But then maybe a few months later, a few weeks later, it really just depends on the time frame, you get depressed or you get anxious. Lucy, really? My dog is like chewing on my tripod. Stop it. Okay. Anyways, so you either go through depression or anxiety. I tend to go through anxiety first, and that's what I go through first. I have a lot of panic attacks. I need to go to therapy and like really talk it out with my therapist, and that's just the honest truth. And then whenever I leave that phase, I get back into depression, and I get sad, and I isolate myself, and I feel like I can't do anything in life. I feel like I'm unmotivated. I don't want to do anything. My room becomes a mess. I just don't want to clean. Don't want to cook meals. Like, I just want to lay in bed and watch TV all the time. And that is definitely not the way to be. Like, that's not the way to go throughout life, you know? So honestly, the cycle is never going to go away, and I've come to terms with that. But I've noticed that I just gotta learn to cope with those cycles, because it's never gonna go away. It's never gonna change, in my opinion. I'm always gonna be on medications. I'm always gonna be bipolar and ADHD and have ADHD, and it's never gonna go away. Okay, there's no cure. It's just, you gotta learn to cope with it, and you gotta learn to deal with it in your everyday life. And that's something that I've had to really try to understand for my entire life. When I was a teenager, it was so hard. But like, the thing is sometimes I feel like I'm not doing anything with my life, but yet I'm going to college and about to get my bachelor's, and then I'm going to be going for my master's. I graduated high school when I was 16 years old. Like, I have a lot going for me, but sometimes I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm just a failure, and that's honestly just how I feel, you know? So mainly the whole point of this video is just, if you feel like you're alone, you're not, okay? A lot of people struggle with anxiety. A lot of people struggle with depression. A lot of people struggle with PTSD. You're not alone. So if you're ever struggling and you're ever going through anything, just know that I'm right there with you. And if you ever want to message me on Instagram or TikTok, make sure to message me, because I'm always here for you guys, you know? I love y'all, and y'all are my audience, you know? Y'all are what keeps me going. I try to maintain a positive outlook on everything, but some days it's really hard to do that. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, and thank you guys for listening to my rant, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.